Hey YouTube, AndrewDitch here. So really quickly, I've been off routine a little bit the past few days because I've been going to see my mom a lot. Okay, today I don't really feel very well. Okay, so I'm not gonna be going to see my mom today. Okay, I don't feel well enough to do it because of my stomach. I'm not gonna be going. I have a little bit of a little upset stomach, and I don't know why, and I don't want to get mom sick. I just had it during the overnight, so yeah. Anyways, I don't feel like going to see my mom because of that. While I'm not seeing my mom, I also have other things I have to catch up on. And one of those very important things I have to catch up on is a few of my complaints. I have not been working on my complaints that I should have been. So I'm going to be working on that. Um, and then I'm going to be working on doing my chores today as well, which is what I'm working on. Vacuuming is one. Today's Monday. It hasn't been vacuumed in a while. I've been, you know, even though last week Monday I was having a better day, with, Dad's help and stuff. I've been, you know, been having a little bit of hard time with doing my chores and stuff because of my schedule. And the schedule I'm talking about is not anybody's, real big business, except for I've been spending a lot of time with my mom. Okay, she's in the hospital still, as a lot of people know, and I've been visiting her almost every single day. So yes, except for when I get stressed out with Dad, or when Dad's stressed out. Okay, I think that's reasonable to say that I don't want my mom getting sicker, seeing me stressed out, especially with her complex, situation that she's in. You know, that is one critical thing that I don't want to do is get my mom sicker because I'm stressed out or Dad's stressed out, and I don't want to stress Dad out any more than he can be because he doesn't want to calm himself down. And quickly, I'll go into that. So my mom's one roommate has yelled, screamed, kicked, punched, wandered out of her room, you name it. She definitely has something wrong with her mentally. And there was times that that lady had caused me sensory overload to the point where I had screamed, I had meltdowns because, and it's just not fun. Apparently, one of the days I was not there, this lady had apparently jumped in bed with my mom and kicked her and screamed and refused to get out of my mom's bed because she don't belong there. So my mom is getting a lot of help, a lot of care, right? But she's with this roommate that gotta really piss mom off. Mom's understanding, Dad is not. So they started what I think is a behavior intervention thing that they have done in some hospitals with me, assign a 1-to-1. Okay. Let me just say this. Why are they doing that to her but not me? When I was a wanderer risk, why did this same hospital put a protocol in place for this lady, but not for me. You guys remember my issues when I was there, I'm sure of. So I posted some of that shit. It's quite interesting why they would help somebody else but not me. You know, it just, I don't mean to wander. I'm incontinent. You know, hey, I found the one nurse that I had issues with, that was the in charge nurse, is no longer even working there on the unit. Apparently, when I asked somebody who I did recognize, that person said that there was after I left that unit, which some of them do remember me, this one person had said how one of them had told me that they remembered me when I asked them, hey, do you remember me? And they said, yeah. I said, well, do you remember that one nurse that worked the overnights that gave everybody a hard time? And the person said, you mean the one that didn't like you being in the hospital? I said, yes. And gave me a hard time. Told the nurses that weren't experienced with me that I got a new nurse every single day. To say that I am not incontinent, don't feed into my baby shit. And she said, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. You don't have to worry about her with your mom. She got disciplined and was left the hospital shortly after I had, went running away and never came back. So yeah, I guess that is the issue. And I guess one of the biggest things is they have an elopement protocol where I guess they didn't have one back then. So my question I have here, guys, is why me? Why not me? But why them? You know, every other hospital I've gone to, I explained this to my dad, I get a bracelet on me because of my wandering risk. My elopement risk. Okay? I mean, Strong Memorial Medical Center did it. They put it on my ankle. The hospital in Syracuse did. See, what I'm trying to get at here is, you guys are trying to say that I'm faking my disability and shit, so I can go get hit by a car, and it's what you guys are saying. So, oh, I see Tucker did something.
You did?
Yes. Tucker, you're gross. Back up. I gotta take this down to D-War. Yeah, he got pants that had a coop on them. And it brought him out, and it looked like he freaking cleaned them.
Oh boy, Andy.
Gross.
Huh? Why don't you get
Absolutely gross.
He wants to give me a slack.
No, absolutely fucking gross.
Throw it out, then you won't have that problem.
It's going in the basement in the washer right after I get done here, Dad. I'm just doing my morning chores. You know, today's vacuum day. So anyways, what I'm trying to get at here, YouTubers, is I had an interruption there, sorry. Long story short is, Dad is upset with the hospital because ouch, that hurt. They put Mom with this screaming lady who likes to jump in bed and hit and scream and kick and push and jump on Mom's bed when Mom's critically not well. Yelling, screaming, talking gibberish and shit. Causing me sensory overload. causing mom probably sensory overload. Okay? And dad's upset because this lady has a one-to-one, and this lady's one-to-one told dad to quiet down a little bit. He was talking too loud to mom. And that upset his dad. Okay? I'm upset too with this because, let me blow my nose real quick. Okay, so Dad has a legitimate concern here. You know, why is it okay for this lady to yell and scream a lot louder than Dad when mom is medically ill? If you know what I mean. But Dad's not allowed to talk to mom about family things and things that are happening outside of the hospital. Get the picture here. It's not fair, I get it, but at the same sense, I also tried explaining to Dad that lady must have this behavior intervention plan similar to like what they've done with me. And I tried explaining to Dad that she may have some sort of like dementia, and the things I've learned about dementia is the similarities of autism versus Alzheimer's. And I just wanted to help Dad understand that. And long story short is, the more I tried expressing it to Dad, the more he got upset. But Dad is all offended because this guy told him to shut up. When I know he did not say shut up. He said to Dad, quiet down a little bit. And then Dad brought up on the way out, oh, I have hard of hearing. I couldn't really hear, Mom. It was loud and noisy. I couldn't really think what I was saying. And I said to Dad, well, now you know what it's like for me to talk in a noisy restaurant, or when I'm in a new situation, or when there's bright lights and loud noises going on. And now you know what I go through every day. But you should have told that to that person, that you are hard of hearing and you were having a hard time with that. And then he would have had to accepted it. But Dad didn't. And I'm saying, Dad, why did you get so offended because of this? Why are you so offended by someone asking you to quiet down? Yeah, Dad was a little loud and excited about some of the things that Mom is doing better, and some of the things that we're planning on when Mom gets home out of the hospital, and other relatives and stuff, what their lives are doing. This is what my dad was talking about, and and what my Uncle Marty is going through with his cancer and stuff. The hospital staff basically was not nice, but was not wrong. But there's one more part I want to point out. So I'm aware that I need somebody to take care of me, change my diapers and stuff like that. And just because I need help with social interaction and diaper changes and my medical needs and emotional regulation and social interaction skills, I can still work with the support aid that I bring with me. I'm aware of that, right? I'm aware that I can go to a Sabres game and pay for my ticket, and my support aide doesn't have to pay to come in. But he may have to get an aisle. I may have to get an aisle seat, and he's going to have to likely maybe sit behind me. But that's okay. Or he could have to stand next to me. The problem is, guys, what I'm trying to get at here is, this is my, right. My support aide does what I want to do and helps me do those things. Like, if I want to go to a Sabres game, he helps me. If I poop my diaper at a Sabres game, he helps me. It doesn't mean he gets to change my diaper like a baby boo. It just means I need that help. And I want to be able to do it with his help. I want to be able to do it with him. I want to take care of myself with his help. And that's why I will go wiping myself, and then he's going to follow up and help me. It is not an unreasonable expectation, because I'm capable of cleaning myself up and having to still need somebody to finish helping me. Wait a minute. I'm capable of taking a shower with the picture step-by-step task and reminders of doing it with somebody helping me. Wow! Am I fucking telling you what you don't want to hear, YouTubers? Okay, now I'm angry because you guys are just thinking I'm faking and shit, and I'm not. So one more thing I'm going to say. So, my dad has a legitimate concern here. And when I saw is the support aide wanted to watch football. Didn't matter what the patient wanted to watch. It was what he wanted to watch. I'm sorry, but you are his support aide. She gets to choose. She had the TV off. That must mean she doesn't want the TV on. You didn't even ask her, because I'm right there listening. But yet you're going to say, Dad, shut up, because it's convenient for you, because you want to watch football. And you don't want to deal with her wandering or behavior issues. Okay, get the picture here. Yes, I do. I'm sorry. I am not totally stupid. My medication that I take for my autism helps me. So today, let's recap what I'm doing today. So I'm going to be going to do the vacuuming. The reason why I'm not doing that right now is because I gotta put my earmuffs on, and I want to make sure I finish this video. After I get done my chores, it's gonna be lunchtime. Okay, after lunchtime, I'm coming home because I'm not feeling well to go see Mom. I'm jumping on my computer and I'm finishing up my complaint about OPWDD. I'm working on one step at a time. What qualifies me for OPWDD? I'm going through examples of why I have autism, why I have TBI, why I have intellectual disability. And then I'm putting that in my report. And then I'm going through, these symptoms all came before age 22. Well, all these symptoms came before, these symptoms are still ongoing. Well, these test scores show I have the adaptive behavior assessment issue, and I can't work, I can't function, that shows I have a substantial handicap. I also had OPWD services as a child, which further supports the handicap. And that is what I'm working on. After I get done with that, I then have to go calling Doug. Why? Because I will then have enough to say, hey, Doug, look, I just did this. Now what's the next step? Okay, now, Doug is helping me with one step at a time. When I talked to my friend my advocate James today, I had told him what Doug had said to me. And he said, that sounds like a better support person for me than what he can do for me. I'm to continue working with Doug, and I'm to reach out to him on Thursday at my regular scheduled appointment, which I already told him I'm going to have to reschedule. So we're doing that on Wednesday at, I think he said 6 p.m. Eastern. He's 3 hours behind, and he's going to spend a little bit more time with me on Wednesday at 6 because he, he's self-employed, so he gets to do that, and I'm going to be his last client for the day. And like I said, 3 hours behind time. But the good news is he's going to have a whole 30 minutes, an hour to talk to me. He called me today out of unexpected appointment because there was a post said on YouTube, and I had asked a few questions to some of the people who bully me online. I'm not going any further than that, other than saying, what purpose is it going to make for you to lie about me and cause fear about me, about the lies that you do to me? You saying I don't have autism. You saying I don't have incontinence. You saying I can take care of myself. You saying I don't have any issues. You're saying I'm dangerous, I'm aggressive, trying to get my way, I use that as a way to get my needs met, what I want. And you're saying that I poisoned my family when I did not. You're saying I'm a sexual offender when I did not. And now you're saying that my speech therapist is saying I'm faking and saying that Dad sexually abused me when I did not go saying that in that way. I am not going to go arguing any further. So what purpose are you going to make to say that I'm trying to get what I want from my dad, threatening my dad, and all this other bullshit? When you say that my brother Michael sexually abused me, you're lying about it. Why? What purpose does it make you to lie about me being sexually abused, or having schizophrenia, or fetishistic disorder, or malingering, or faking, or having these, behavior issues and dangers to society that's not reasonable? What purpose does it make? Can you explain to me what purpose does it make for you to go doing that? What are you trying to get out of doing that? What are you trying to scare people away from me? When I go to speech, when I go to OT, when I try to get a OPWD or a group home? Are you trying to get me to get other people to get scared of me and cause an alarmment of unreasonable fear and public disturbance? Are you trying to hurt me? Are you trying to scare me? Are you trying to scare others away from me? Are you trying to influence people and thinking what you want? I don't understand what you're trying to do here. Could you please explain to me what your purpose is and your intent is? I have enough evidence to file charges on you guys, but that is not going to be done today. I'm going to take my time on what's important to me today, and that is making my complaints so I can get the help I need. Second, I will then do a YouTube video to show the truth, and then I will work on filing a police report and having criminal charges pressed against the Poop Squash and that Cujo Talk Radio and Diaper TV and whoever else is out there going after me, like that Wendy Darling. Have a great one, guys. I'm going to go in my vacuum.
Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to help expose the creature. And remember, Andrew Ditch fakes autism.